So hi guys, welcome to StoomCast. So today I'm joined by a very good friend of mine, been a friend of mine for a number of years, Terrence Yu. Terrence is a brown belt under Lucio Sergio. A good brown belt as well. I mean, Terrence is one of these guys that's always out there competing, and more recently, obviously taken up role of refereeing. Obviously, you'll see him refereeing at local comps, and obviously in the future he's going to be refereeing some IBJJF comps as well, which is going to be fantastic to see. Terrence is the head coach of Liverpool BJJ Lifestyle, and yeah, again, a good team coming out of there, a lot of good people coming out of that gym. You'll see these guys at competitions, local competitions, and IBJJF comps as well. So, Terrence, welcome. Thanks very much for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me, Stuart.
Yep. How's everything with you?
I'm cool, yeah. Just, busy with teaching these days.
Yeah.
And training for myself. You know, there's a tournament coming up, so I'm just getting ready for that now.
Definitely.
The small matter of cutting the weight. And, I hate the dieting, but there you go. You know, we have to do it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Now, Terrence, for you, obviously coming into jiu-jitsu, when did your journey begin? What got you into jiu-jitsu?
Well, it was kind of like a funny story, really, how I started in jiu-jitsu. Well, I didn't really want to start in jiu-jitsu. I wanted to get into MMA. That's what I wanted, right? Mm-hmm. I was about 31, 32 years old. I think I was in my 30s, right? Yeah. And I got into an argument with some guy, and then over the phone, and then he said, he was a jiu-jitsu black belt, Japanese jiu-jitsu. Yeah. And then he said he was gonna beat me up and things like this. So I basically just like shitting myself. So anyway, so I thought to myself, I need to do something. I need to learn how to fight. Yeah. So I went to my local gym. So MMA Academy, fantastic gym, great coaching there. Yeah. You know, lovely guys there, right? And so that's how I started really. So I went for a trial, and then I got into some no-gi grappling, Muay Thai, and things like this. And it wasn't until about 8-9 months after that I really picked up the gi. Mm-hmm. So the guys at the gym at the time, they said, like, you know, why don't you start jiu-jitsu with us in like a jiu-jitsu in the gi. Yeah. So at first I was like, no, it's not for me. That, you know, I'm not interested. But after each classes, you know, and then obviously the next class would be the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So I would stay behind and I would watch the class and see what it's all about. So I knew nothing about BJJ. You know what I mean? And so anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get myself a gi. So I remember I bought this cheap gi online. Yeah. And I started training the next class, in the fundamental class. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, this is nice, this is good. And then that's how I got into jiu-jitsu. Yeah. And then after some time, you know, after a few months, I kind of neglect the striking and the MMA side of things. I was more into jiu-jitsu then. Mm-hmm. I wanted to get good at it, you know. Yeah. So that's how it all started, and here we are some years later, and I'm coaching. I'm a full-time coach now. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
And then for you, when was it you started then? So what year would that have been?
I think it was the back end of 2012.
Right.
Oh, so yeah, there was the back end of 2012. So, and at the time I was, like I said, I was at the local gym in Liverpool. Mm-hmm. And then I ventured out and I left, and I was moving around. You know, I was trying out other gyms, and then I got into MMA again. Mm-hmm. At a gym called Sapphire MMA. Interestingly, I'm coaching. I'm the head coach there now as well. But at the time, we didn't have BJJ class in the gi, so I wanted to continue my training in the gi, but no one was taking up, no one was coaching in the gi at the time. Yeah. So I left, and I was looking further, outside of town, outside of Liverpool, in other gyms. So, and then I went to a place in Preston, Tracy Bar, Preston.
Yeah.
That's where I met Lucio.
Yeah.
And then I've been training with him ever since.
Yeah.
You know, So yeah.
And Lucio as well, I mean, that Lucio, and again, anybody, I mean, there's not many people that don't know Lucio, but Lucio's an absolute savage. I mean, you look at you can list
it's true. From the outside looking in, you know, because the competition that he's won, that he's achieved, you know, all of that is through hard work, you know, and there's something that, you know, people may not know, you know, about Lucio. He's a very disciplined guy. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He trains hard, but he's very disciplined in what he does. You know, and that kind of like reflects on his students, kind of thing, you know. And it's nice to be able to train with him. You know, you always learn a lot from him and things like this, you know. And he's such a lovely guy as well. Outside of the gym, you know, he's just like one of our friends, you know. But on the mat, you know, he's very respectful guy, and he treats everybody equals, and you know, he gives you the best of his time and things like that, you know. So and I always enjoy training with Lucio. And
even when I mean, anytime I meet Lucio at competitions, and Lucio's one of these guys. I mean, he's very, very approachable.
True. Yeah, that's right. He always seems to have time for everybody. You know, and even when he's busy, you know, if you have something that you want to talk about, you know, he always makes time for you. You know what I mean?
And then for you, I mean, obviously, the one thing that I notice about you, I mean, whenever you go to a competition, and if you're on the podium, you're always representing Malaysia, obviously where you're from. So I try to, you know what I mean? I try to represent where I'm from, you know, country I'm from. And, you know, and maybe that could help promote jiu-jitsu back home, but which is massively growing right now. Things heading in the right direction for the guys out there. They have better instructors now, you know, and, you know, they have like a instructor from abroad nowadays, and, you know, and I still haven't a chance to train with them yet. So I'd love to one day, maybe when I go home to visit, and maybe pop in one of the gym, you know, maybe get a lesson or two. You know what I mean? Because you're very busy. I mean, you whenever we see you, or whenever I kind of speak to you on Facebook or that, I mean, you're probably, for me looking at you, you're one of the busiest guys. Obviously, there's guys out there, but you seem to be doing a lot. Obviously, you've got your own gym. You mentioned earlier, obviously, you're training at another gym as well. You're the kind of coach there. You're obviously doing all the competitions, and again, you do try and get as much competitions in as you can. And obviously now, doing the refereeing and things like that. So how do you keep yourself, because a motivation's a big thing, so how do you keep yourself motivated?
You know, to keep myself motivated. To be honest with you, these days I don't really keep myself motivated, you know, like, because it's part of me now. It's my job now, right? I decided to go down this path where I just want to work for jiu-jitsu, whether it's teaching, competing, you know, refereeing, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, and obviously I put myself in this situation where I wake up in the morning, it's part of me, you know what I mean? It's part of my lifestyle now, so it's easier for me to just like keep doing the same, you know, every day just get up and just do jiu-jitsu, you know? And I'm always looking forward to what's next, you know? That's what motivates me, I'd say. You know, I do try to compete as much as possible. You know, and mainly these days I compete in BJJF, and obviously the UAE JJF tournament. You know, things like that. Just do my best, really, you know?
And that's the thing, I mean, I always see you whenever I mean, I've been at the last two Europeans, and obviously I've seen you at both of them, and you're always there, as I say, you're always present, and again, I remember, obviously, we chatted about this just before we came on air about our first comp, the first time we met each other, and it was in the absolute, I'm sure it was Birmingham, and then I'd went in. It was. I remember it like yesterday, actually. It was a nice moment when we met, because like I was saying, you know, we were just about to fight in the absolute, and then you were rooting for me, you know. So let's go, bro. You know, and I was like, okay, who's this guy? You know, why is he rooting for me? But then again, I thought like this is lovely. You know what I mean? The guys I don't know, they were telling me to, you know, well, they were supporting me. You know, give me some support like that. You know what I mean? So that was a nice come, actually. I came to
third. I got bronze in the weight division, and I got gold in the absolute.
Yeah.
And but we didn't get the fight, right? But
we did, yeah. I mean, I went into, I think I'd fought in the semi-final, and I got beat by I got a penalty point against me. I was trying to move out of the guy's guard, and I was moving backwards. But then it was Pippa Granger was the referee, and she obviously penalty point against me for stalling. And then I spent the last kind of minute trying to pass the guy's guard, trying to pass it, and then I mean, if I'd have won, me and you would have been in the final. So it would, but it was a good thing, because I remember you were at that time, you were a GB guy, and obviously I was a GB guy, and it turned out that out of the 4 people that went on the podium, gold, silver, and bronze went to all GB guys.
Right, okay. So I didn't know that.
No, listen, obviously I remember it because it was me, because you went in the final and you ended up beating the guy that I lost to, and then he was a GB guy as well, so it ended up there was 3 GB guys.
The tall guy, the tall, baldy guy.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but I remember now.
Yeah. So
he was tough, man. I tell you, he was tough.
Yeah.
I was trying to pass this guy. I think I won on points, something like 4-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to my best to pass his guard. My God, it was so difficult. I don't think I ended up passing his guard. I think we swept each other twice.
Yeah.
Well, I swept him twice. He swept me once.
Yeah.
And then and that's about it, really. And I managed to hold on for a little longer and then won the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, that was good. I mean, I remember being there, and I was always, because you were a GB guy, I was like, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to root for you. So I remember being in your corner, like, Terrence, do this, do that, and obviously I remember you'd fought on him a few times that day. So again, obviously you were a bit tired. You mentioned as well, obviously, some nerves. But I was like, Terrence, come on, let's do this. There's only a minute left. You've got this. So, and then you end up going on and winning it. So, which was a great feeling. So in regards to that, obviously you mentioned about the nerves. So is that something that you still get, Terrence, whenever you're competing?
Yeah, it's always going to be there, but you know, as you grow in jiu-jitsu, you know, you become accustomed to it.
Yeah.
You know, you learn to manage it. You know, but I'd say the only way to manage it properly is by preparing well for it for the tournaments, right?
Yeah.
It's when we, you know, kind of like you know, go into a tournament, you know, like maybe unprepared, let's say, or not preparing as well as we like to. Sometimes doubt can creep in, and then you start to get a little bit nervous and things like this, you know. So I would say, you know, that does play a part as well. But to be honest with you, I think I'm used to it now. You know, I'm used to competing now, and I don't feel overwhelmed by the whole, you know, the occasion, let's say. And so I like the European many guys who goes there like nervous as hell. You know what I mean? But I go there. You know, it's just another comp for me. You know what I mean? It's a big comp, you know, obviously, but it's just a comp for me. Yeah. You know?
And then for you, when did your IBJJF competition journey start?
It was blue belt. I remember blue belt. It was a London Open, London Winter. I exactly remember that one. I was in the division fight, and I won the first fight on points. And then I got to the final. There was only 4 of us, right? Yeah. So I won my first fight. So I went to the final, and I fought against this Portuguese guy. You know, he's tough as hell, man. Yeah. I fought him before as well at the comps, and then this guy is something else. So anyway, so I was. Do you remember those days where they have the flip scoreboard?
Yeah.
The flip one that now is digital, right? Yeah. So there's nothing. They have the flip score. So I couldn't remember. My mind just went blank, and I didn't know which side was mine. Yeah. You know, so I was totally confused. But what I didn't realize was I think I was winning by advantage maybe, and then I look at the time. It was ticking. I thought like, I need to do something here. Yeah. Because like I'm losing, so I need to submit this guy. So. I was on top at this point, and then I went for a footlock. Yeah. And then I missed it completely, and this guy comes to top, and then the time ran out. Yeah. So he won at the sweep. Right. And I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? You know, I just missed out on that. Yeah. And it was a nice experience. Very nice to be, you know, that was my first experience at the BJJ tournament. Yeah. And, I totally enjoyed that one.
IBJJF, yeah, I mean, IBJJF, I mean, obviously the local comps are fantastic. Obviously some of the local comps that you see that you go to, but IBJJF, I mean, anybody I've spoke to, they feel the IBJJF's just that little bit special. Obviously the medals are great, the experience is great, obviously meeting maybe old friends, new friends, so always a great competition that IBJJF put on.
Yeah. I mean, local comps these days is like, it's high standard nowadays,
Yeah.
And every comps that are ref nowadays, you always see like quality fights, highly skilled guys against each other and things like that at the local scene. It's nice to see. And the IBJJF, I think it's the prestigious of the tournaments, and obviously, like you said, the nice medals and the setup. The whole thing is professionally done. It's just different league. And as you know, a lot of big names out there compete in IBJJF. So we're kind of like just happy to be able to have part of that, to be able to travel. And I think with the IBJJF as well is the whole package. If you look at it, not just the tournament, not just the quality of the opponents, and things like this, it's like it's a team event. Obviously, you often go out there with the whole team. It's a nice atmosphere to be in, and also and it's nice to travel abroad. The experience or the countries and the lifestyle and things like this, because majority of us like work full time, doing whatever 9 to 5 job, and then sometimes the only time you get to spend time away, like say weekend away, is these tournaments. These tournaments where you like Lisbon or Barcelona or wherever it is that you go to, and it's nice to just get away from all the busy life and just go and do what you love doing, competing, and just enjoy the whole experience.
Definitely. And then for you, then what was your first IBJJF comp? Because obviously you mentioned there, obviously getting a silver at the London in your first go. So what was the first one that you won your gold medal at? Your first gold medal?
Right. It took a while actually. It was last year at the London Fall.
Right.
Now I first competed at IBJJF was I think 2014, maybe even 2015. And I've never won gold medal in the IBJJF. So it's either bronze or silver, you know what I mean? So I was getting sick of it. And so finally last year, I fought at the brown belt level at the BJJ Fall. So I fought in the gi. I got silver. And then the next day I fought in no gi. I got double gold.
I saw the double gold.
And I managed to submit all of my opponents with that one, that tournament. In that tournament, sorry. And so I was enjoying that experience. It was a special moment for me because because I competed in the BJJ for some time and I never actually won gold, and it was so nice to just standing on the top of the podium for the first time. You know what I mean? It was amazing. I mean, I won gold in other tournaments. I won the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam before at Purple Belt. So that was nice, and then the whole setup, everything was lovely about it. You know what I mean? And then the following year after that, at Brown Belt, I came to a bronze medal in the Grand Slam again. So that, again, it's nice to be on the podium.
Definitely. No, I remember the double gold that you won. Obviously seeing the pictures you put up, and obviously seeing how happy you were when you obviously being at number one podium. So but yeah, it's always a great feeling being on an IBJJF number one podium. So and especially at brown belt as well. Especially at brown belt, because brown belts nowadays are tough, man. I mean, these guys, some of the brown belts, as you know, some of them can be better than some of the black belts out there. So I fought some really, really tough guys before. I fought this guy. One of the guys that I fought again. He's from GB. I can't remember his name. When we were at Purple Belt, he beat me at the British National IBJJF. So beat me on points, I think it was. Yeah, it was on point actually. And then it was the first round. So I was devastated. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. And it was like he totally smashed me. Put it that way. You know what I mean? And then I fought him in the final of the no-gi London Fall last
about a week or two later, he got promoted to black belt.
Right, okay.
So that make me feel even better, you know.
Definitely.
So yeah. And then I fought obviously in the weight and the absolute and with this guy, and the absolute final I fought this guy from Italy. Again, he was a tricky one, you know. And he was a tricky fighter.
Yeah.
You know, he was all over the place. He was trying to knee bar me and everything a number of times. I was like, my God, you know, I need to submit this guy quick. And we got stuck in 50-50, right? And then I kept distracting him with the footlock. You know, obviously I wasn't going to get it, but I was kept distracting him. And then he keeps leaning over with his arms. I was like, okay. So he keeps leaning over, and then I managed to catch him with a 50-50 armbar. It was the best submission I ever got in competition. Yeah. You know, I was super made up with it.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Nice. And then, obviously, in the future, what's your? Do you have a goal in regards to obviously competition? Is there something that you out there that you maybe want to get to or want to win?
I mean, I'd love to compete in the world stage. Yeah. That's a definite. I think that's gonna happen. At some point. I'm pushing for next year. Yeah. I'd love to compete in either the IBJJF World Masters and then obviously in Vegas. Yeah. Or if I can't get there, maybe I compete in the Abu Dhabi World Pro. Right. Well, it's one or two days, you know. I mean, just, you know, it's one of the tournaments that I'm really looking forward to. I even had this idea where I'm going to narrow down the amount of tournaments I'm doing, just so I can focus on the few good ones, you know, not good, but the main one, I'd say, and the one that I'm really trying to achieve, you know, try to win at least, and so that'll be it, the World Masters, or the World Pro.
The World Masters is good. I mean, the World Masters, I mean, I was fortunate enough to get there in 2015, and obviously at that point my ego was busting because I'd won quite a bit, and I got over there, and it was obviously you're meeting Americans where they've been doing wrestling since they were a kid, or you're maybe high level judo black belts at blue belt level and things like that. So but again, it was a good experience. I mean, it was the all-round experience. I mean, I got to go out and train with Draculino, trained with at the GB headquarters with Philippe Della Monica, Rafael Dos Anjos was there, Mauricio Shogun Hua was there, and it was just an absolutely fantastic experience. Got to Vegas, again, it was obviously Vegas is the fight capital of the world, and here's me, obviously a small guy from Glasgow fighting in Las Vegas, so it was an absolute brilliant experience. So I mean, you will get there. I mean, you will get there, and when you do, I mean, you're gonna absolutely love it, and you'll do well. I mean, you'll do absolutely fantastic when you get there. So.
I hope so. Yeah. So you just mentioned that, you know, the whole experience in America, right? Yeah. You went training with all these top guys and things like that. So I think sometimes, you know, in jiu-jitsu that can bring a lot of happiness, you know, like a joy to a lot of people, about just the whole experience about training with higher level guys, you know, and it's something that, you know, that you'll always take with you, you know what I mean? Yeah. You learn something from them and things like that, and it sticks there for you. Yeah. In your memories, you know, like, I've been there, I've experienced all that stuff, you know, and you know, not many people can do that, you know what I mean? Not many people, it's there, you know, but not many people can do it because, for one, it's because it's very expensive to do that. But so if I would, that is something that I'd love to do, is to be able to go over to America or even Brazil, to be able to train with some of these high level guys, just, you know, to learn from them, obviously, and then to pick up the energy from them, and, you know, just experience the whole different culture and things like this, you know. And you know, so one day maybe. Yes.
And then you're obviously the team, the Liverpool Jiu-Jitsu, or Liverpool BJJ Lifestyle. So when did that come about? When did that start for you?
That started in 2014. The idea has already come about when I was a white belt. You know, what the idea was, right? I thought to myself, you know what, I'm really enjoying this sport, you know, and I'd love to one day make a career out of it. So I had this idea that one day I'll end up teaching.
Yeah.
So, but obviously as a white belt, and I couldn't do anything with it, with the idea. So as soon as I got my blue belt, so I was trying to set up like open mats in Liverpool. So I gathered some friends over. There was only like 3 of us. And so we hired like a matted area. So we started to have a meetup like once or twice a week, and then we have a little roles, and I was showing them a few things that I wanted to work with and to work on, and then things like that, and then one thing led to another, with the number just grow. You know, and then I decided to start my own place, which is Liverpool BJJ Lifestyle, and then the number grew and grew. It was growing rapidly, to be honest with you, and it was gonna run. Yeah, so it all started from there, really. And last year I one of the gym in Liverpool called Evolve Combat Academy. They were looking for an instructor, so they approached me. But the owner and the instructor at the time for Evolve he is also training under Lucio. So he approached me. It makes sense for me to just like be there to help them out with the coaching, right? So, and because they have a I would say better facility than what I had. And I thought, like, there's a potential there for my student to move over and things like that. So, and rather than split the time of me coaching in 2 places, I thought, why don't I just coach in 1 place? And then, and my students can follow me there, and we will maybe try and help grow, a good team, and build a team, and then let's see where we go from there. And it's been a year and a bit now, and then the team, the club is growing. Massively. And we have a lot of competitors as well, and a lot who don't compete, they just enjoy training. So and so I closed down my gym, so I moved to Evolve, and we're still affiliated under Lucio, obviously, but I took over the coaching role.
And then obviously you've got and again I've noticed this at competitions, the relationship you've got with Lucio. It's a very, very good relationship. I mean, obviously I see you guys train, or you try and train as regularly as possible with each other. And you've also got other guys that you can go and, like Stallone over at GB Chorley, and obviously some of the GB guys as well. So is it important for you to obviously keep that relationship going?
Yeah, of course. Jiu-Jitsu community as a whole, it's I would say it's quite tight knit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people know each other. Everybody visiting each other's gym. Which is nice. And then I also encourage my students. If you want to go train somewhere else, to open mat, and try you have to have friends in the gym that you want to go and visit, and so by all means just go. And there's nothing stopping you doing that. So definitely it's important to keep that relationship, of course, And, you mentioned Stallone, he regularly come to Southport to train with us on a sparring class on the Wednesdays. And then often hang out with Lucio as well. So, he's a lovely guy, tough guy to roll with, though. Jesus
Stallone, Stallone.
I mean, every time I roll with him, man, he just smashed me to bit.
Stallone's one guy. I mean, I say when I went over to the Worlds in Vegas, Stallone was there. There was quite a few guys from the UK. Obviously, there was a few guys from GB Birmingham. There was obviously Stallone that came over. And there was quite a few British guys, and it was good because obviously us British guys, I mean, we're over there, we're representing the UK when we went over there and things like that. So, and obviously Stallone, every time you get a roll with Stallone, it's a tough roll. So.
Oh yeah, the thing is when you train with these guys, like any high level guys, not just the high level guy, everybody you train with, you always pick up something from them. You know what I mean? And that's something that I always have an open mind about it. When I train with guys, especially people I don't know. Even like instructor that we invite to seminar, we always like, have an open mind approach to jiu-jitsu, so that we be able to, maybe learn something from them. You know what I mean? So it's the best way to be, I think.
And you as well. I mean, you've got are you still sponsored from Hard Life?
I am, yes, I am. The Hard Life has been really fantastic with me, and Dave, you know, and the whole crew, Craig as well. You know, they've been supporting me now for a few years, you know, which is like, you know, I'm obviously very grateful.
Yeah.
I have a new sponsor now called Manator Fight Store, who's based in London, and I've met Yasser which is the owner of the store. He at one of the local comps in London, so I was refereeing there, and then he had a stall, so we got to chat, and he was giving me freebies and things like this. So we got to chat, and we developed some friendship and things like this. And eventually we decided to go, you know what, we would love to sponsor you. But okay, that's cool. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So you know, I've got PNI Supplement who's been sponsoring me for about 4 years now, I think. You know, there's obviously, you know, sponsoring me my supplements and that during, especially fight camps. And my strength conditioning with Phoenix Fitness. You know, you know, making sure he always texts me. You know, that when you're coming in, we need to get you ready for the next comp. You know. So it's nice.
No, it's good to have that. It's good to have someone there that's got your back, sponsorship wise, and things like that. So obviously for anybody that's listening, I mean, how do they? Because obviously there's guys coming up. How do they go about sponsorship? What would you advise people if they were looking to do that?
I think personally, I think the best way to approach it is to develop some kind of friendship first. Not just with somebody who has a brand or anything like that you want to be sponsored by, and then you just, you know, you get to know the company, you get to know the person, you know what I mean, and support the brand by buying their stuff, and promote them even though you're not sponsored, you know what I mean. There's no harm in, you know, mentioning your favorite gi, let's say, or your favorite no-gi wear and things like that, you know, and it helps them. It helps them as well. And you know, it doesn't necessarily have to, you know, anything has to come out of it, but it's nice to just sponsor. It's nice to just like kind of support the brand. You know what I mean? And then that goes a long way. You know, that's the friendship that you just developed. Hopefully one day you're sponsored by them. You just hope for the best, right? Hope for the best, and then if you do, you know, you know, there's still work needs to be done. You know, you're not just like kind of like, you know, you're not just singing and dancing on the social media about it. You know what I mean? You help them in, you know, promoting it, and then maybe do some sales and that, you know. Things like this, so, and to keep the relationship going. That I think that's the key to it. That's the key to it.
And then you're a family man as well. Okay, so how do you juggle? What is it? You 2 kids? Yeah.
I have 4 kids.
Four kids, right? Okay. So how do you juggle?
2 girls and 2 boys.
Right. So how do you juggle? Obviously, having 4 kids. Obviously, doing the jiu-jitsu, refereeing now, competitions. So how do you juggle family life? Do you have maybe specific day for the family, or how is it you do it?
I do have a switch off day as well, where, you know, people seem to think I just do jiu-jitsu, but I'm not, you know. And I have an off day as well. And you know, it's to be honest with you, it took me some time to manage all of that, you know, to juggle everything, to separate jiu-jitsu, or work rather, and family. You know, and the kids, you know, I'm not with my kids' mom anymore, so we share that, you know, responsibility. So if I have to work, then she has the kids, and, you know, if I'm not working, then I have the kids, and so on. You know, so so there's a you know, perfect balance in that one. Not always perfect, but there you go. You know, I try my best.
Because again, I speak to a lot of people, and a lot of guys have got families, and as I said, it's and again they mentioned about having that maybe the one day where they're having not a family day or something like that. So so it's always interesting. I mean, obviously me being a family man as well, trying to juggle jiu-jitsu and work, and obviously spending time with the family and all that. So it can be difficult at times. So
it is, but the thing is, right? I mean, I didn't see this back then, you know, when I first started out in jiu-jitsu, because back then when I was a white belt, a beginner, you know, I always see jiu-jitsu is everything. That's it. That's all there is. But as I progress in jiu-jitsu, I just make jiu-jitsu part of my life. Not my life, but it's part of my life. So it makes it easier to manage then, because then you can work around it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can work around it. It's when you prioritize jiu-jitsu alone, and then everything else kind of suffer.
Yeah.
That's when you run into problems.
Yeah.
So, so the best way is to fit jiu-jitsu around your life.
Yeah.
Not the other way around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, not many people do this professionally. You know what I mean? Not many people get paid for doing jiu-jitsu. So that's how that's how I think you should look at it. It's a hobby. At the end of the day, it's it would have been different if you get tons of money for doing jiu-jitsu. Then you can pack in everything.
Yeah.
And then you can pack in everything and just do jiu-jitsu and get paid for it, and still can have time for your family and things like that. But unfortunately, you have to work and you have jiu-jitsu. Well, you have to work and then you have your family and then you have jiu-jitsu, right? Yeah. So that's how it is.
And then, do the kids do jiu-jitsu?
My eldest one used to do. My eldest son, she used to enjoy jiu-jitsu until she found gymnastics.
Right. Okay.
And then now she's into that. But she did hint recently that she wants to jiu-jitsu again.
Right.
She wants to do combative training. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously we're gonna have to get a new gi because she's big enough. My youngest one, he started taekwondo now. Right. So I did have a word with him about that, but he's just kind of like,
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's happy, so that's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
He just got graded with yellow belt recently, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's one thing, obviously, you obviously being a kind of coach and stuff like that, I mean, that's something, obviously, I'm sure the kids at some point, they'll all want to do it, or they'll take up, and then, obviously, do you know what I mean, it'll go from there. So, obviously, they need to try things. Taekwondo, might not be the best option in some cases, but, you let them try it.
I did ask him about this one time. I said, look, maybe when sometime in the future we can start our own gym, like an academy, and I teach jiu-jitsu and you teach taekwondo. And then his response to me was, okay, you can have a separate room. As a fair play.
Brilliant.
I'm sure I'll convince him one day to start jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get him to swear this way.
And with your gym, obviously the guys at your gym, I mean, you some of your guys have had some really good success in competitions. Obviously, throughout the time, because again, I see you posting pictures of maybe if you've got team trophies or some of the guys that have got medals and things like that. So, in regards to your gym, is there people that people should be looking out for? Is there anybody coming up that people are going to look and say, wow, look at him?
I don't want to put pressure on anyone, but do you know what, right? I mean, most of the guys are really good, but one thing for sure, they love competing.
Yeah.
I've never really tried to make anyone stand out.
Yeah.
The young ones, they have potential.
Mm-hmm.
The young ones. So I wouldn't like to name anyone. They're all special to me. So everybody's capable of winning. I just hopefully I gave them the best training that I can. I try my best to teach them. With my experience. And when we're always learning together, we're always gonna try to achieve things together, as a team. You know what I mean? And it's so nice to see a lot of them who, when they compete, they're really enjoying it. They're winning as well. And then they represent themselves and the team well. So it's just nice to see, And it encouraged me to keep going, really. Keep going and help them.
And it's definitely, I mean, you're one of them coaches, I say, you're definitely out there competing yourself. Obviously, we know there is some gyms out there where maybe the head coaches and things like that don't compete. So you're one of the coaches that's definitely puts yourself out there as much as possible. So obviously they've definitely got a good mentor, so to say, in yourself. So it's definitely going to be exciting to see, obviously, more to come from you guys. So and then obviously more recently started doing refereeing. So again, how did that come about? How did you get into that?
It wasn't so long ago that I started. It was about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was at the local All-Star Jiu-Jitsu. They were starting out.
Yeah.
So they were looking for referee. So I just happened to be one of them.
Yeah.
So I started from there. Really, I enjoyed my first time refereeing, and then I just keep refereeing, and then I went to do courses and things like this, and then here we are, a few years later. You know, refereeing in many tournaments. You know, it was nerve-wracking at first. I was nervous. It was like competing.
Yeah.
And then, but now it's going to become a norm now. You know, I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
So and you know, there's a lot of benefit in wrestling. So it gets you out there. You know, you get to see the the usual faces. You know, people competing, and obviously you get to see the action up close and things like this. You know, and I learn a lot from refereeing as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I collect information, you know, from referee, like you know, how do people win and what makes people lost their fight and things like this. So I kind of collect that information and process it so I can turn into a lesson in my class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for myself, so I can fix things for myself.
Yeah.
So that's one of the benefits of refereeing. Yeah. And again, you know, I get to travel a bit with refereeing, and you know, you get paid for what you love doing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you ever, whenever you're refereeing, because I know I've done this, where you've maybe been standing and you've been looking and you've been thinking to yourself, do this, do that, do this. So
yeah. Sometimes I mean, like, you know, when I see a fight going on, sometimes it gets a bit boring. You know, let's say, you know what I mean. Sometimes I get a bit of a stalemate, you know, and then the time's ticking, and then these guys just pushing each other around the map. Yeah. And you're just like, oh, come on, guys, do something. You know what I mean? Do something. Because I tell you the truth, I do not like to call for referee's decision. That's something that I'm not looking forward to. And I've done it a few times, and on the other side's not happy, and one side is like, obviously, you know. And so I have to pay attention. That's all. Who does the most, you know? And like that. Hopefully I make the right call.
Oh, that's what I always hate, the referee's decision. I mean, when it goes down and the whole time you're thinking, right, he's winning, and then no, he's winning now, and then you're like, you get to the end and you're thinking, oh my God, especially if it's been one where they've been on their feet for 5 minutes and they've been, again, just pushing each other about, and nobody's actually done anything, and you're sitting thinking when it's 30 seconds left and you're looking, you're going, please somebody do something.
So. It happens. It does happen, you know what I mean? Especially the big guys. Big guys. Oh my God. Like, you know, they were pushing and pulling each other, you know what I mean? Things like this, and you just hope for the best that somebody, you know, pull out or take down or something, you know. Anything to do it.
But they're usually respectful with the referees as well. So, I mean, there's been a couple of times where, you've maybe had somebody shouting and bawling. But, I mean, as long as, like, because what I usually do, and probably the same with you, but if you're picking a winner, then I usually go over with the loser to their coach and explain to them, look, the reason I gave the win was because of this. And usually, usually 9 times out of 10, they're usually like, that's fine, we understand. So...
I don't tend to do that anymore because that could potentially cause some argument or conflicts. You know, over disagreement. You know, so you know, whatever. I tend to just raise the hand and then I just let them be. You know what I mean? And because you know, if we started to explain ourselves, sometimes they you know, they're not happy with what we're saying. You know, that you know, it creates a whole different atmosphere. And you know, I had my fair share of that. I remember I saw the comp. Was it about last month or a month before? And I saw the kind of carry on that went on at that. Obviously with some people that weren't happy. So. There's always somebody who's not happy, right? There's always somebody who's not happy. So we do our best, you know, try to, you know, you know, as a referee, your job is to make sure everybody's safe. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
So you make sure the competitors are in the right state to fight or to compete, and then and then safety is the number one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then everybody is a fair fight. I regularly go to the BJJ course, so at the beginning of each process, they always mention about being equal and be respectful and being neutral to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and be fair with everybody. So that they heavily mentioned that at the beginning of the course.
Yeah.
So that's what we're drill into doing now. So when we step on the mat, to be honest with you, I would say 9 times out of 10, I don't even notice who you represent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who you're fighting for.
Yeah.
I just see 2 fighters, one in the blue gi, one in the white gi. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So I'll call you to the center of the mat, shake hand, and let's fight.
Yeah.
And then you score some point, you do some submission, whatever, and you tap, and I raise the hand, I shake your hand, and then you leave the mat. That's it.
On to the next one, yeah.
So which other team you come from, it doesn't matter to me. I will do my best to give a fair fight.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be doing, you are, again, going to be doing the IBJJF comps. We were talking earlier about your training, obviously doing the kind of courses and stuff like that goes into being an IBJJF referee. So, how's everything going with that?
It's kind of difficult to get into the IBJJF refereeing. You know what I mean? There's a lot. You just got to be patient with it.
Yeah.
And even sometime when I arrive in the tournament, when I'm supposed to be refereeing, and then it turns out maybe the competition capacity is not as big as they thought, and then so they have to reduce the number of referees. Then they downgrade you to maybe key check or mat runners or whatever. Then you just gotta work as a team, right? Yeah. And then when they call you to do refereeing, then I'll step up to do the refereeing as well. Yeah. So it's kind of like that, Yeah. It's not as straightforward where I've applied to be in the referee, IBJJF referee, then you're gonna ref all day. No. Yeah. And even when they call you up to do refereeing, there will be 2 of the head referees watching you. Yeah. Making sure that you're making the right call. Yeah. I remember my first ever refereeing job at the IBJJF was the European Masters at in Barcelona. Yeah. Oh man, I was so nervous because you're working with the referees that usually ref your fight. Yeah. And these guys have been refereeing for a number of years. So I get so nervous, and I remember one of the head referees come up to me and said, relax bro. You know what I mean? Don't worry, I'll help you, I'll watch you. Yeah. So he makes my job a lot easier. Yeah.
So do you feel more nervous when you did that than you do competing?
I think, yeah. I would say so. Yeah. I would say so. Competing, it was just like, just me and the other guy. Yeah. Whereas refereeing, it's me, the 2 other guys, and then the head referee. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So, I was so nervous, you know what I mean? But as I got into it, it wasn't too bad. Yeah. You know what I mean? I got used to it. Yeah. And then, it was fun, to be honest with you. It was fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I do enjoy the refereeing. Again, as you said, when I first started doing it, you were like, oh my God. No, I think there was one competition I had an absolute disaster. And it was like one of my first competitions. But then obviously as now, I've been kind of going on and it's been getting better and better, and you're a lot more relaxed. And again, they're talking about the safety thing. There was a comp in Scotland where a guy had he got caught in a Kimura, and he broke the top of his arm, the bone at the top, his bicep. He broke that in 4 different places, and I was thinking, oh my God! And I wasn't refereeing. I was doing the scoreboard on the mat, and obviously the safety. This guy just wouldn't tap, and obviously we try and let it go as long as possible. So, but then there's obviously a point where you would need to jump in as a referee and say, well, do you know what? So
we do that for kids. We do that for kids, you know what I mean? You have to make the right call at the right time, you know what I mean? And, you have to be really accurate with the kids. Yeah. You know, and obviously we don't want any injuries happen
Yeah.
to anyone, even adults. But
Yeah.
for the adults, you know what I mean. I think I did it at the early stage when I was referee. I did stop a couple of fights, and I thought like,
Yeah.
that's a bit premature to stop the fight.
Yeah.
I think the fight was still happening, but you learn off that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You do make the right calls. You know what I mean? And for instance, let's say a submission is. It's almost you know that the submission is going to come on,
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
The submission is going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy does not look like he's going to defend anymore.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to stop the fight, but you just kind of like prepare yourself to call it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as like a verbal tap, even if you make a slight noise, that's it, that'll it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you kind of like look for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could say like you know. You don't want him to get injured, right? You know what I mean? And you just go, come on, just stop. You're not going to get out of that. You know what I mean? In your mind, you're just telling yourself that, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but if they don't tap and they get out of it, you know, okay, job, call that fight, unless somebody got choked to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, we're a competitor as well, and we sit there and think, well, do you know what? If it was me in that position, I'd want to keep fighting. But then, obviously, as a referee, you're like, do you know what?
Yeah.
We can see what, like, if we're a competitor, we don't see what the referee can see, because the referee is right on top of the action, so they can see what's happening or what's about to happen and things like that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. For instance, I was refereeing at the British Open a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was an absolute female fight. I think it was white belt, maybe even blue belt. The fight lasted in less than 5 seconds, I'd say. The winner, she pulled guard straight into an arm lock.
Yeah.
Right? And the arm is completely hyperextended. Okay? The girl that was getting armbar, she tapped one. Tapped once on the leg, but it was a clear tap.
Yeah.
And then, so I thought like, okay, you just tap. And then she started, you know, saying, I didn't tap.
Yeah.
And then after she calmed down a little bit, she came back to me and said, oh, I just reacted. You know what I mean? Her arm was straight.
Yeah.
And she reacted by tapping. And then she went, you make the right call.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I actually felt relaxed then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because as a competitor, I mean, we never want to give up. I mean, we never want to give up at all. And sometimes, we will tap and we'll say, no, we didn't tap. And we see that all the time at every comp. No, we never tapped. And you're like, no, you definitely tapped. So,
yeah. One time, right, I was referee. I can't remember which comp it was. It was one of the local ones. This guy, he was getting choked. I think it was a cross collar.
Yeah.
He keeps tapping with his feet. Now, not just once, like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
So I stopped the fight. And then he said, "What's happened?" I said, "You tapped." And he said, "No, I didn't tap."
Yeah.
I said, "Listen, you know, if you tap with your feet, that suggests to me you're submitted."
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have to accept that. Right? It's within the rule. If you tap like say 3 times, you know what I mean? I know sometimes you can tap just once.
Yeah.
And then I've done that myself where I was getting submitted with a footlock one time.
Yeah.
I just tapped once and the guy let go. So that was that, you know what I mean? And then I was honest about it and was like, yeah, I did tap. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But this guy was tapping with his feet. Now, he claimed that he didn't tap, but there was a submission. So I have to accept that he tapped. Right? Now, he wasn't too happy about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sometimes, you know, the referee, you got to make, you know, tough calls sometimes. You know, not everybody's perfect, but,
Definitely.
you know, you got to make the right judgment there and then, you know.
Definitely.
And even though sometimes we're standing like 2-3 feet away from them, there is areas that we can't see as well.
Yeah.
So the crowd might be able to see on one end, but we can't see on one end.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes when we miss call or something,
yeah,
you know, and then the crowd go crazy like, oh, where's the advantage, and things like that. But we didn't see. So if you don't see it, then you can't give it, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then for you, I mean, your gym, I mean, how can, obviously your gym, what kind of classes do you offer throughout the week for people?
At Evolve?
Yes.
I teach mostly advanced now. Advanced and Nogi, that's it. I I no longer teach the kids classes. One of the instructors take over that responsibility. And also for the fundamental class, another instructor take over that now. So I teach Monday morning gi class. In the evening, teach gi class as well. On Tuesday afternoon, I teach no gi, and then in the evening I teach advanced gi. Wednesday morning, and then so on until Friday. So I teach 2 to 3 classes a day. I teach private as well. Quite busy with that now.
So what do you have classes on every day at Evolve?
I classes every day. Except Saturday and Sunday.
Right. Okay.
Saturday there is class day, but other instructor takes over that.
Right. Okay.
We kind of spread the load a little bit.
And then anybody new that's looking to get into jiu-jitsu, how can they find you guys?
In Liverpool, at least, you can find us on Facebook, Evolve Combat Academy, or Liverpool BJJ Lifestyle. And just private message us and book a free trial, and then see how we can start your journey in jiu-jitsu. Now, when I set up the Liverpool BJJ Lifestyle, I didn't really want to set it up as a fight club, if that makes sense. I didn't, not many people know what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is. So the idea behind the name Liverpool BJJ Lifestyle is that, so we want to offer, it sounds friendly anyway, and we want to offer people martial art training, fitness training, and later on maybe they realize, this is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there's more to it than that. Then they can then go more in depth into it. You know what I mean? They can start thinking about competing and stuff like that. But when people started in the fundamental class, our main focus really is to teach them, obviously basic jiu-jitsu, and a lot of it is to do with fitness as well. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people who come into join gyms and martial art is to get fit. Right? So our focus is to help people get fit, and we're using martial art, which is with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, of course. And we teach them basic stuff to begin with, and once they improve after some time training, and then they, like I said, they want to get advanced into it, then they can start thinking about competing, and then we bring them into the advanced class then. You know what I mean? And then that's where the training gets little bit more intense. There's a lot of repetition. There's a lot of positional sparring. There's a lot of drills and things like this. You know what I mean? Competition sparring, and obviously the fitness side of it as well.
Definitely.
And so that's how we run our classes really.
And then one question I always ask everybody that kind of they find difficulty answering, but what would you now? Obviously, if jiu-jitsu, you didn't do jiu-jitsu, what would you be doing, Terrence?
To improve in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is if you didn't do jiu-jitsu, if jiu-jitsu wasn't there, what would you do?
If I didn't do jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
That's a good question, actually. I think I'd still be doing martial art. I mean, before jiu-jitsu, I was doing Muay Thai briefly. I tried my hand with boxing. I did some judo as well, taekwondo. So, I was always in and out of martial arts in the past. You know what I mean? And so I think if I didn't do jiu-jitsu, I'd probably still be doing some kind of martial art.
Some kind of martial art.
Probably Muay Thai, I'd say. You know what I mean? Things like that. Good question.
Yes. And then final thing from you then, Terrence. I mean, is there anything that out there that obviously we know, I know you, obviously people see you on Facebook and things like that, but is there anything out there that people don't know about you?
I don't know. I think people just know me from the outside looking in, they just know me as the jiu-jitsu guy, the instructor. You know what I mean? I do tend to keep my private life private. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And at least most part of it. I mean, you probably figure I'm from Malaysia. You already said that. I'm from Malaysia.
Uh-huh.
So I came to UK 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then, so I don't know. People can ask me what they want to get to know. I don't even know how to reply to that, to be honest with you. I don't even know. I suppose there's nothing interesting about me.
No, listen, there's definitely a lot of things interesting about you. I mean, as you're definitely jiu-jitsu journey. I mean, I've been fortunate to kind of to be a part of it and to see obviously some of it over the last kind of 4 or 5 years. So it's definitely been an interesting journey from me watching you and seeing you kind of grow from being obviously that blue belt back in the day to obviously where you are now. So and definitely looking forward to being a part of obviously your journey in the future as well. So and seeing the journey.
There's more to come, obviously, you know.
Yes.
And
yes.
you know, we just take it as it comes. And so I'm enjoying my jiu-jitsu journey right from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously I'm heavily involved in it now. You know, especially with the coaching. So and you know, meeting you guys, you know what I mean? A lot of friends, you know, out there, you know, people I compete against.
Yeah.
You know, people that I met from different clubs and different affiliates. You know, we all, we all keep in touch with each other. You know, when we travel abroad, we kind of like share hotel rooms and things like this. You know, stuff like that. You know, we go to the comps together, even though we're not from the same team, but we share the same passion, right?
Definitely.
So
definitely.
yeah. So did you ask me about something interesting? I say, you know, most people know I like my food as well.
Yeah. I remember the stalls. I remember
my diet.
Yeah.
Is heavy.
Yeah, I remember when we first did the comps, or even the Birmingham one. I mean, you guys had the food stall there, the Malaysian food stall.
I forgot about that. Actually. Yeah. That's right. That was my mother that did that.
Yeah. Your mum did it, and I remember. I mean, that was the first time I'd ever had Malaysian food, and it was absolutely beautiful. I can't even remember what I had, but I just remember it was absolutely lovely. And all the guys were walking about, rather than walking out with the acai bowls, they were walking about with.
I remember that now. It was the. Lawrence from BJJ 24/7. He was asking me, do you fancy doing something here?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he knew that I did catering, so he said, like, you know, do you fancy doing something? You know, like, set up a stall. So I did. So I asked my mother, you know, she's a caterer. So I asked my mom, so, like, you know, do you fancy giving it a go? Selling food. And then we didn't realize it was a big hit, you know what I mean? The people were buying it, and it was like, at the end of the day, everything was gone. You know what I mean? Everything was gone.
And I remember it was always terrible because whenever you were cutting weight and you walked in, and I remember I can't remember if it was a Birmingham or a Manchester one, it was one of the two, and I remember walking in, and obviously I'd cut down a few kilos and I wanted to kind of stay, and as soon as you walked in you just smelled the food and that was it. You were like, oh my god.
That doesn't help with the weight cut, does it?
And the bad thing about it was obviously the masters seemed to be on later in the day. I mean, we always fought about 3 or 4 o'clock or something like that. So, and all day you were smelling this food, and you were sitting there thinking, by the time I fight, I hope there's some left. But when you got there, it was all gone. You were like, oh no. So, I mean, they were a big hit. That was a big hit back.
It was a temporary success on that one.
Yes.
You know, we didn't end up carrying it on. It was too much work, to be honest with you. You know, preparing that and the travel and things like that to try to keep the food fresh as well. It was kind of a difficult job to do, so we decided just, you know, we're not going to do that now.
Definitely.
Not to do that. So it was a good time.
Yes.
Good times, right?
Listen, if it comes back, I mean, guys, anybody that goes to a comp, and obviously Terrence's mum's there with the food, definitely. I mean, let's hope it does come back, Terrence. So,
you know what, right? My mom made this cake, chocolate cake, right? She made it. One of the main ingredients was red cabbage.
Right.
Right, and then obviously with chocolate flavoring and, you know, all that stuff. I don't know what she did with it, but all I know is she was using cabbage. And then so when we were offering it to the guys, they were enjoying it, and then we told them, that's red cabbage, but it's chocolate cake. Right. And they said, no, how can that happen? How can that be? Like, you know? But I actually watched my mom made it, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, it was unreal. I'm gonna have to take you out for meals and things like that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's something I need to. Obviously, I've been meaning to get down to you for years. I mean, I've been my jiu-jitsu journey. I mean, obviously, I left GB as everybody knew, and then obviously went over to Marcus Nardini. So I've been kind of training there for a couple of years, and I've not trained as much. I mean, over the last maybe kind of 6 months or so, I've not really trained. Maybe a little bit longer. I've not trained as much. Maybe once a week, or maybe a couple of times a week, or once a fortnight, or something like that. So, and so it's always something. I mean, when I enjoyed the best part of jiu-jitsu that I enjoyed was when I got to go out travelling. And I used to go down to Preston. I was down in London. I went and trained in Birmingham. Trained with Victor in Nottingham, and I did get travelling about the gyms. That I loved that part. And obviously, as you said, going to competitions and meeting new people and old friends and things like that. So I loved that part of jiu-jitsu and built up a lot of friends in the UK and in America, Brazil, and things like that. So. So I absolutely loved that. So that's something I want to do again, is get out there. Obviously, I'm a bit older now than what I was when I did that the last time. But yours is definitely one place. And again, you've said to me a number of times, Stuart, come down. And so definitely, I mean, this year I've set my sights on definitely going out to a few gyms. Obviously, going and meeting some old friends, obviously like yourself, and getting some training. Cool. Because me and you, I mean, even though that we should have probably fought 4 years ago, we've never actually rolled together. So we've never rolled. So it'd be good to come down and get a few rolls with you and the guys down there.
That's overdue now, right? You know, we have to roll.
Yes.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one day.
Yep. Listen, mate, definitely a plan. I mean, I'm going to get out. I'm definitely getting out this year, going and visiting a few places. So, listen, yours is definitely on the list. I mean, yours is at the top of the list, in fact, because me and you should have rolled. We should have fought 4 years ago. So yours, we definitely need to sort that out, Terrence.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, anytime, bro. You know what I mean? And you know, we have an open door policy here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we do get visitors sometimes. You know, from the gym, which is nice. But we encourage people to come and visit. You know, have a session with us. You know, and then I have visitors from Switzerland, a couple of brown belts. High-level brown belt as well. Don't ask me the name because I'm terrible at the name. You know, and then so I had a nice role with both of them. You know, people like that, and then we had the guys from Gracie Bar coming over. Again, they stopped by. You know, just they work in the city, so they decided to pop in and things like that. So it's always nice to have visitors. You know, so and everybody welcome. You know, so this open door policy. You know,
definitely.
And so there you go. So you'll definitely, you know, make yourself at home.
Listen, I'm definitely coming. But listen, Terrence, thank you very much for obviously taking the time to speak to me tonight. Obviously, go through this some of your journey with us. I said it'll be great for the guys to hear. I mean, as I say, your journey's been a fantastic one from start to now, and it's going to continue as we've spoke about. So, but listen, thank you again, Terrence. It's been a pleasure.
No problem, brother. Thanks for calling me. And it's always nice to chat with you, right?
Definitely, so we'll speak to you soon. In fact, I'll see you next weekend, not this weekend, the weekend after. So,
where are you off to?
Coming down to referee down at Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what? I forgot about that. You need to remind me, man. Make sure you text me and say, Terry, are you still going? You go, where is it? Okay, yeah, I'll be there.
The Cleveland Coastal. So we're coming down on the 2nd of June. So I mean, we're going to be staying in. We've booked a hotel in Redcar, so we're going to be staying there overnight.
Okay.
So yeah, listen, we'll catch up then.
Are you going to compete too?
No, I'm not competing. I know that Majid's competing.
Okay.
So listen, we'll definitely catch up. Hopefully you'll be there, Terrence. So
I remember to set my alarm. That's
brilliant. All right, so listen, thank you again. I'll see you next week then. Okay.
See you soon.
Take care, buddy. Bye bye.
Good night.
So guys, that was Terrence Yu. As I say, Terrence Yu is a brown belt under Lucio Sergio. As he was saying there, he's the head coach of Lifestyle BJJ, and obviously the coach at Evolve as well. Terrence's journey's been a fantastic one. As I say, me and him were, when I was competing, I'm sure it was the Birmingham Open, BJJ 24/7. I was in the absolute, went into the semi-final, and I got beat by a penalty point against me, which, I mean, it happens. Obviously the referee made a decision, so, but it would have been me and him in the final, and we were sitting talking away, and as I say, he went on in the semi-final, and I'd already been beat. So I was in his corner, because obviously he was a GB guy at the time, so I was in his corner shouting instructions to him, and he was doing everything that I was telling him to do, and then obviously he went into the final, and again I stayed in his corner for the final, and yeah, he went on and won the absolute. So he did absolutely brilliant, did everything he was told to do or asked to do. So very, very good jiu-jitsu person that Terrence is. As I said, very, very kind of strong competitor as well. As I said, coming up through brown belt, mentioned obviously he's won his first IBJJF comp at brown belt when he took double gold. And yeah, listen, there's going to be more to come from Terrence, both competing, refereeing as well, so hopefully going on to do the IBJJF refereeing as well. So again, we're going to see more about from Terrence, and obviously the guys at Lifestyle BJJ, Liverpool BJJ Lifestyle. So thank you again, Terrence. It was an absolute pleasure. So listen guys, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.